Hello everyone, very good evening. I hope I'm audible loud and clear. Mainly, I'm going to explain you about the DevOps. One of the most, I can say, hot cake, right? Where everyone need a DevOps engineer, a DevOps person, SRE, and many things. And today I'm going to explain about what exactly this DevOps, why we required it, and I'm also going to explain about the some AWS concept as well, because this is the session that we are going to conduct is about AWS plus DevOps. Okay, so what do you think why DevOps is required? You said branches, but what are the main reason that we'll have to go with the some DevOps? What do you think? General idea, anything, whatever you know. Anything that you want to say?
I think it is a centralized one, right? We can to push the code. We can keep
Mm-hmm.
code in somewhere like a GitHub or
Mm-hmm. Correct. Mm-hmm.
that is a main major one.
Okay, that's good. So see, unless no software is consistently built by same system, obviously the packaging probably will not be consistent. Now, this is especially true if the software is built on a developer laptops. Now, obviously, similarly, right, the lack of official deployment mechanism can also cause issue with the consistency. Now, both of these factors make upgrades and rollback difficult and obviously the problematic as well. Now, any process that is not automated and must be performed manually by human is prone to error. And also, a non-automate approval process can also slow down the deployment. So that's why, okay, the DevOps they come to the picture. Now, the main thing of the developer plus operation is on focus on customer needs. Now, this DevOps culture align people, process and tool, and it also drive development with the customer first approach or customer first focus. So with this feedback in loops, DevOps teams stay in a touch with their customer and they can adjust to develop the software that meet the customer need. And obviously, when I say dev plus operation, it means what? It is a completely collaborative environment. So DevOps bring together a development and operation to break down silos, align goals, deliver on the common objective. And obviously about the security, so team can incorporate the security from the beginning of the development process, not after that, so that they can deliver the software that is both secure and as well as the stable as well. Obviously here we required some automation. So with this DevOps, the repeatable tasks are automated consistently so that team can focus on innovation, not on the same administrator tasks. And here when we talk about DevOps, it means like in develop small. So application architecture are designed with the smaller, loosely coupled component. When I say loosely coupled component, it means like in microservices, where okay, you deploy okay your application on a small segment. And obviously, once we develop, we also need to release often as well. Because adopting modern development practice also give the teams the agility they need to be responsive to customer need and obviously the business goals. So thoughtful metrics also help teams monitor their progress, evaluate their process and tools, and work towards some common goals and continuous improvement. These are okay some common goals of the DevOps. So someone just now, okay, explain about CI/CD. Now, when I say DevOps, what exactly it means? Decode, a build, test, provision, deploy, and monitor. This is something a DevOps. Okay, this is what exactly the DevOps is. Now, if you see here, right, when I say this, okay, so the main thing is about the CI. So when I say CI, that is continuous integration. Now, continuous integration build the software and deploy it into the non-production environment for automated testing. And when I say CD, okay, that is, it means continuous delivery or continuous deployment. And when I say continuous delivery, it includes some manual approval steps before they deploy into the production. But when I say the continuous deployment, okay, when I say the continuous deployment, it means what? It is a fully automated pipelines from build all the way to the production deployment. Okay, so we need to learn, okay, this process on a DevOps, that is code, build, test, provision, deploy, and monitor. Okay, using the CI/CD pipelines. So when we talk about this, the DevOps, so why exactly we require DevOps? Just now I explained some of the things, but in corporate world, okay, we everywhere is required a DevOps because of the first speed. Now, when I say speed, it means what? So when I say speed, it means a move at a very high velocity so that it can also innovate for a customer faster, adapt to the changing, okay, or market better, and to grow more efficient, okay, driving business result. Just give me 1 minute, 1 minute. Let me have some water, having some scratch in the throat. Just give me. So, okay, when I say, okay, this speed, okay, I was talking about the speed, it means working fast. So works faster so that you can give some new feature to the customer quickly and you can also improve your product. Now think about the food delivery application. Now earlier, okay, there are some new features like in live tracking. Now this feature takes month, but with the DevOps, team can release it in a day because small parts, microservices, and plus automation, which help team to move fast as well. And when I say this rapid delivery, now rapid delivery, it means what? It release update again and again quickly instead of waiting for a big release. Now, for an example, instead of updating application once in a 3 month, you update every week or even though daily as well. Like for example, for the fix the bug today or some add feature some okay tomorrow. So tools automatically build and deploy the code. That is the CI/CD pipeline. When we talk about reliability, now reliability it means what? You just need to make sure that everything works properly. Now, when I say reliability, it means even if you release fast, your application should not break. For an example, let's say imagine you update some banking application. What will happen if they crash? It is a big problem, right? So DevOps or automatic the testing before it release. It also monitor after the release as well, so that it ensure that user always have some smooth experience. And obviously the scale, so your system should handle more user without problem. So it might happen that today your application has 100 users, but tomorrow it might become the 1 lakh as well. So with this DevOps, the system automatically increase the server using the automation like an infrastructure code, the Terraform, these are the things. And obviously the improve collaborations. Okay, when I say improve collaboration, it means developer and operation team work together instead of separately. Right? So earlier what happened? Developer who write the code, operation team who deployed, and there is a lots of delay, confusion. But now both work together. They share the responsibility. So now the result is that it is a faster work. There are a less mistake as well. And obviously the security. Stay safe while you are moving fast. Even if you work fast, don't ignore the security. Now, let's suppose your app, your app should follow some security rules. There is a no data leak. So using the DevOps, security checks are automated. Rules are already defined in the code. So every update is a safe and compliant. So in one liner, the DevOps help the team to build, test, release software faster, safely and efficient. That's the main motto of this DevOps. Understood, folks? Any question here before I move ahead? Any question, folks? Why we require DevOps? Yes, no? Everyone? I hope you're there. Okay. Please
Yeah,
do let me.
everything fine. Thank you.
Okay. So now, if you see here, it's about the DevOps practices. Okay, we just had a talk about the CI, CD as well. Now these are the main important part, that is continuous integration, continuous delivery, microservices, infrastructure as a code, monitoring, logging, and communication and collaboration. Now when I say continuous integration, now developer regularly add their code to a common place. Someone just now in the earlier someone said about the GitHub, right? And the system automatically test it. Let's say, imagine there is a 3 developers who is working on one application. Now everyone upload the code daily. Now system automatically build the app and run the test. In case if something break, you know immediately, right? So in short, add the code frequently and test automatically. That's about the continuous integration. When I say this continuous delivery, now after testing, the code is automatically ready to be released anytime. So developer push the code, system builds, plus it tests it, and application is ready to deploy. So you can release it to user with just one click or automatically as well. So it means, in short, the code is always ready to go live. And when I say the microservices, now instead of one big application, what we can do is we can break into some small independent parts. That's in services. So now in your food delivery application, right? So instead of creating, one big system, what we can do is we can create login service, we can create payment service, we can create order service, and we also create delivery tracking services. Now, everyone is work independently, right? Everything is deployed on some different. Now, what exactly the benefit here? Now, it is very easy to update every part. If I want to login page or some other page, I can update it easily because it is not independent each other. They are independently. So it is very easy to update one part. And in case, let's suppose some delivery tracking service failed. If the one failed, whole application doesn't crash. That's about the microservices. And the infrastructure as a code. So let's suppose you are working on some the on-premises, or let's say on the cloud. So you need to create, okay, the virtualization. You also need to create the networking part, database part, everything that you need to create manually here. Now, when I say infrastructure as a code, it means what? There is a one text file. So might be it is in the YAML, JSON, or HashiCorp. So you have one file, you run it on the infrastructure as a code tool, and it create exactly the same environment which you mention in the text file. So when I say infrastructure as a code, it means we create a servers and infrastructure using code instead of manual setup, right? So instead of manually creating server, obviously it is a time consuming, but now we just write the code like, okay, create a 2 server plus database plus MySQL and run the code. Everything is created automatically. So it is very fast, same setups every time, and it is also easy to update. So in short, when we talk about infrastructure as a code, it means manage a servers like a software code. And DevOps is also about the monitoring as well. So you need to keep checking your application to see if it is working properly. Is there any error is there, right? Let's say users say that, okay, the application is working slow. So you need to monitor that, okay, whether the server CPU is high or not. You need to check the log, okay, and you need to check, okay, whether there are some error in the payment service or not. And if you found, and then you need to fix it quickly. So in short, you can track the application health and you can also fix the problem more faster. And the last one is about the communication and collaboration. So it means what exactly? All teams work together and they share the information properly. Now, as I said earlier, dev team and operation team, they don't talk much. And because of that, it leads to delay. But now you can use a tool like in chat dashboard and everyone know what happening exactly, right? Which is a more faster work and obviously the fewer misunderstanding as well. So the DevOps is all about automating the work, that is CI/CD pipeline, breaking application into the small part like in microservices, managing the server using the code, that is infrastructure as a code, and tracking performance, it means monitoring, and working together is like a collaboration as well, right? And here are some services which you can see about the AWS as well. So you can see these are the services which help you to understand the or deploy the DevOps. For an example, you can see these are some DevOps services from AWS. Okay, so now the first one is about AWS code build, which build and test the code with continuous scaling in a pay-as-you-go model. Then there is a AWS code artifact as well, which secure, scalable, and cost-effective software artifact management. AWS code deploy, right, which automate the code deployment. AWS code pipeline, which automate continuous delivery pipeline. Then AWS config, it assess, audit, and evaluate the configuration of your AWS resources. Then it's an AWS cloud formation. Now, AWS cloud formation is a service that give developer and businesses as easy way to create collection of related AWS and some third-party resources. And it also provision and manage them in orderly and predictable fashion as well. So this is a completely infrastructure as a code. Then monitoring as well, like an Amazon CloudWatch, right, which collect access and correlated the data across your AWS account. You can monitor every services. What is my currently virtual machine CPU status, hard disk resources, input output per seconds. Everything is managed by the CloudWatch. And for the AWS X-ray, it also analyze and debug the production and distributed application. Right? So these are some tools, related to the AWS. So now whenever we start, whenever we start the session DevOps. So let's say you might have a question that, I don't have any kind of background, right? How can I directly start it? So we will explain everything. So even though if you don't have any kind of background, that is completely fine. Because our main, motto for go for the DevOps tools. Now, before we start the DevOps, where I'm going to explain all the basic about what exactly the regions, what is availability zones. Am I audible, right? I got a message that my internet is unstable.
Yeah, in between
Yeah,
there
you
was
are
a
audible.
glitch, but I can hear it now.
Okay, now it is fine, right?
Yeah, there was a glitch. Yeah,
Okay. Do you want me to repeat something?
that should be okay. Thank you.
As I said that it's not like that we can directly start with the DevOps. So no. Okay, the first we will start with the cloud AWS cloud basics, where I'm going to explain about what exactly the AWS data centers. Okay, what exactly the regions, availability zones, etc., etc. And after that, let me log in. Let me log into the AWS. So we will perform all the practicals, on an AWS account as well, right? So you don't need to configure anything on your machine. Obviously, we will configure some of the tools like in Kubernetes, Docker, and all. But most of the time, we will use the AWS here. So once we create an AWS account, which is a free for the 6 month, and AWS also gave the $200 credits, which we can use, right? Which we can use it for the practical session. So you don't need to pay any single penny, to deploy something, activate something. No, you just need to use one credit card or debit card, or even though nowadays AWS also allow the GPay, or any other medium, so that you can create your AWS account and you can use it. It will only deduct 2 rupees from your account to validate whether you are the genuine person or not. And after that, you can start using it. So I'm going to first, it's not like that if the AWS is alien for you. So it's not like that I can directly start with from the tools. No. Very first few days, I'm going to explain about what exactly this AWS data centers, what exactly these regions, availability zones, what exactly the compliance part. And once we complete that, I'm also going to show you about the identity and access management. Because you must need to understand, what exactly the authentication and authorization, how exactly we can create authentication as well, how exactly we can create authorizations as well, because you need everything in the DevOps as well. So I'm going to explain users, roles, policies, how exactly we can create it. I'm also going to, talk about the storage part as well. So when I say storage, that's nothing but a S3. Okay. So When I say S3, it means simple storage services, where you can store unlimited number of data. So obviously we need to store the logs. We also need to store some files. So where exactly we store it? So we store it here in the entire storage S3, where you can create a bucket and you can upload n number of files here. And the cost is obviously pay as you go. It means whatever you pay, you just need to pay it. That's it. And after that, I'm also going to explain the most centralized topic for all cloud or still every company. That's nothing but virtual machine. So I'm going to explain, okay, about what exactly the virtual machine, how exactly we can launch Windows, Linux, Mac, Debian, how exactly we can launch it, what are the different type. Now let's suppose, okay, you also want some foundation model, you require some GPU, how exactly we can launch it. So here you can also launch the virtual machine which has almost 5 terabytes of RAM. That powerful machine that we can use. And I'm also going to explain that, okay, when to choose what, because in AWS, you have a lots of option. So it depend upon you, okay, that for what exactly the business case, what is the use case to choose this. And okay, after that, I'm also going to explain you about some VPC topics. Okay, so when I say VPC, it means what here? The networking come to the picture. I'm also going to explain you that, okay, what exactly the networking IP address part, right? I'm going to explain about the IP addressing part. Okay, then how exactly we can create this network here. So when I say network, it means how exactly we can create production environment, test environment, and obviously, okay, everything that we perform through the Linux. But you might say that, okay, Ameya, I don't know anything about Linux. So don't worry. We also have a specific session on the Linux platform as well. Okay, some Linux and networking where you understand about the server management, commands, architecture management. Okay, so that I'm going to explain it. Right? Auto scaling as well. That also I'm going to explain. So how exactly we can create auto scaling. So for an example, IPL is match on. Now at the time, if the match is going on, then obviously you can see there are crores of people who is watching the match. But in daytime and morning time, there might be 10 lakh, 20 lakh as well. So how the Hotstar, okay, how exactly they scale? Okay, for that we need to understand the load balancer and scaling as well. And once we complete that, then after that, I'm going to start with what exactly the GitHub. Then I'm also going to explain about Jenkins. We deploy the Jenkins on the on-premises and on EC2 as well, on a Docker as well. Then, okay, so Jenkins is all about the CI/CD pipeline. You can automate, build, test, and deployment. After that, I'm also going to explain about Ansible, which is automation, which is a completely infrastructure as a code and configuration. Then Docker, container, Kubernetes, which build and run the managed containers. Okay, Kubernetes, which deploy and scale application, Terraform as well, right? Like in provision infrastructure on AWS. Okay, or how exactly it is. Monitoring tools like in Prometheus, Grafana. So everything we can perform here on a completely practical. So that I'm going to explain everything a practical in our upcoming sessions. Make sense, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have any question? Anything? Any question? No question, folks? About
Just one
DevOps?
question. So, this course is going to be completely focused on DevOps, or
Correct.
will it help
AWS
to,
DevOps.
I mean, as long as it's for AWS, right? Will I be able to qualify for the Architect Associate exam after this course?
No, that is a different. So we have a separate for the Solution Architect Associate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So in solution architect, I'm just going to cover the IAM, EC2, S3, and VPC. So you can see there are databases as well, Snow Family, some Route 53, CloudWatch. Okay, so that also I'm going to cover in the solution architect. That is a completely different. Here is a developers plus operation, including
Okay.
AWS services.
Okay.
We just finished few days back. We have finished one batch and we'll start soon as well about solution architect associate. I guess we have one member from my last batch as well, John. Hey, John.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
John. How
yeah.
are you?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
glad
I'm
that you
fine.
joined here as well.
Yeah. 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 Thank you. Thank you.
How are
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. I'm fine. I'm fine. Good.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Ameya, this is Srinivas.
yes. Yes,
So,
hi, Srinivas.
how, lab practice and all, who are all like
Ev-
supporting?
So, 50-60% on AWS, 50-60% on our laptop.
Okay, okay. So,
So I
who will
told
be
you, right?
assisting for like if I get some doubt and all, who will be?
Sorry.
I mean, in between, like in like half hours, I'll be practicing, right? So, who will be available for like if I got any doubt, if I am stuck in between?
So we have a groups, we have a technical team as well. So you can drop a message there as well.
Okay. For initial setup, they.
Everything I'll take care. So you don't need
Okay.
to do anything. See,
Okay.
because we are using cloud, the main benefit of the cloud is that you don't need to, invest your time on administrator the thing.
Okay.
No configuration, nothing else. You can just launch virtual machine within a few seconds and start working on it. Start deploying the Docker, container, Kubernetes, everything.
Okay. Any like sample like projects you are providing to do that?
Yes, obviously, yes. So
Okay.
after this, we will provide you some hands-on projects, some real-time scenarios,
Okay.
right? Okay, so that I'm going. So I'm giving you 3 to 4 projects, and there are some workshop also I'm going to give you. So workshop is almost about 2 or 3 hours of workshop
Okay.
for Docker, for container, for Kubernetes. That workshop is available, and it's a step-by-step workshop.
Okay. So for this DevOps things, any like a prerequisites, everybody knows like a Terraform or is it mandatory for them? Like,
So we'll start from the basic scratch.
okay, for a Terraform. Okay.
Yes. Even though networking, I told you, right? While
Mm.
covering the VPC it means what? Virtual private cloud. Now, to understand VPC, it is mandatory that you must aware about what is IP address, what is the class IPv4, IPv6, how to create a subnetting part. So that also will take care.
Okay. Basically, I'm from like a DBA background, so
Mhm.
I was. I mean, I'm currently working as like a cloud DBA, so I am. Well, I mean, I know some extent, but yeah.
No problem. So I told you, right? So we'll go to the deeper and from the scratch.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Srinivas. Any other question, folks? So even though if you still have a question, we have a mobile number here, 93254 08926. You can reach out, okay, to our team. Okay, everyone. So that's from my end.
So
Okay,
what is the duration there
2 month.
now?
Yeah. So I need at least
So
50 hours.
so every day it's 1 hour or
2 hour at least minimum. So it depend upon topic. So every day at least I need a 2 hour, but sometime it may go till 3 hours due to some big heavy topics. Yes,
What will be
actually.
the timing?
Timing is not yet decided, but it's in evening, which is convenient for everyone. So 7:30, 8:30 will start it.
Okay, I got the update from Nikhil that it would be from 8:30 to 9:30. So yeah, I think I will have to double check with him.
Yeah. So at least I need a minimum. So that is for first few days. For first few days, I'll go slowly for 1 hour, and after that, we'll continue for the 2 hours. So as I said so it's an evening time after 7:30. We haven't decided anything. It depends upon the batch. We'll take a poll and we'll decide. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
So Sakshi, yes. Okay, this is also very good for if you are from the support background, if you want to switch, you can go ahead. I'm also from the support background. Only thing is that obviously we need to take more, efforts. Yes. Any other question, folks? Okay, great. So in case if you have,
Yeah,
yes,
last question. Sorry for
no, you
that.
can ask many questions, no problem.
I mean, any like AI tools or anything you want to like present in this? I mean, you want to cover in this session, or like is it separate topics?
It's a separate topic actually.
Okay.
But in 1 hour I cannot explain you or show you
No,
something.
not here. Like, whatever this course duration, you are covering those as well, or is it separate thing? I mean,
No, Injan, whatever I mentioned, the topic name, which I told you,
okay,
right? AWS Cloud,
okay,
EC2, S3, IAM, VPC, scaling, load balancer, Git, Jenkins, Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, Monitor, everything is covered here. And these are the some main topic. And under that, there are some other branches as well.
okay, okay,
So you will get a detailed syllabus from our team.
okay, okay.
In that,
Because I mean, I'm comparing other tutors as well, so they are
yeah, sure.
offering
Why
something.
not? We should.
No, I'm openly telling because they are
No.
saying some like AI tools integrated with AWS,
Correct.
some things they are saying, but we don't know, right? That's where we
Correct.
just want to
No,
attend.
we should compare. No, there
Yeah,
is no
not
hesitation. Right?
comparison. See, we don't know
Exactly.
how they are using like AI things, AI tools in a DevOps. We don't know, right?
Mhm.
That's where I'm
Correct.
asking here. So
Correct.
is it like there in this session, or like we really used in a like a DevOps pattern or what? We don't know.
Mhm.
That's where I'm asking.
No. You are absolutely right. You should compare. You should also see some other, to edtech companies as well. There are many. Okay, you should see that. It's not I'm completely okay.
No, I'm not comparing your things, but I'm saying, see, if somebody says like we should like interpret that AI tools and all in a DevOps, right?
Mhm.
What are
Mhm.
those? My question is that like,
Mhm.
is it really we are using AI tools in a DevOps side, or is it
Yeah, so we'll use one agentic AI.
okay?
Okay. Yeah, so that we can explain. So for example, AWS Kiro.
Okay,
So these are all agentic AI services which we are going to explain.
okay. That is for automation or anything to
There are
monitor?
many things. It's not only for the automation. So
Okay,
even though if you want to create some website, he will create for you. And
okay.
everything is there. Great. So thank you so much, folks. Thank you for joining the session. Okay, we might have another demo session as well. Feel free to join. Feel free to call us. Okay, do let me know if you require some more information. Okay, so that's my time, folks. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.